is Coral Leybourne. I have a practice called Phoenix Clinic in Stockport. I practice hypnotherapy, meridian therapies, which is EFT, commonly known as the tapping technique, an acupressure technique, which is very powerful and effective, another meridian one called emotrance, which is about getting in touch with the feelings that disturb you, uncomfortable physical feelings that are to do with the emotions, to shift those, and the hypnotherapy, which covers things like past life regression. The benefits of these therapies are quite wide-ranging. The hypnotherapy is very good for reaching the subconscious mind and making changes there, permanent changes that will alter the way you react to situations, the way you regard smoking, for instance, or food, or all these things that, you know, you have a problem with. So suggestions into the subconscious mind make a change there to change the way you behave, the way you act. EFT, emotional freedom technique, is a way of releasing blockages in your energy systems, which were mapped thousands of years ago. Instead of using needles like acupuncturists, all you do is simply tap on points while you focus on a key word, having set up a statement of some kind. So that is very good for removing negative feelings in particular. Grief, anger, all of these things can be removed by using the tapping technique. Acupressure is another way of working with the mind and the energy system within your body. It reaches those centers in your brain. You've got the hypothalamus, thalamus, pineal, pituitary. These control all the chemicals and the chemical reactions in your bones and your hormones. And if you do this particular technique, it reaches those parts and changes them. More people are accepting of hypnotherapy because they've heard of it for longer, but there are still some people who are very, wary of it because they think, they've seen the shows, they think they're going to be taken over or controlled in some way. So the problem there is trying to get people to understand you're not controlling them, they're in charge, they can come out whenever they want to. With the tapping one and the acupressure one, because they haven't heard so much about it, they're a little sort of more skeptical perhaps on it, but I do explain it, and most people who contact me for therapy have already looked at my website and seen a description of its effectiveness and what it will do for them. So on the whole, it's becoming more accepted. With the acupressure technique, at the time I was suffering from polymyalgia rheumatica, which is an autoimmune disease. The only thing the doctors can give you are corticosteroids to control it, give you a bit of strength back, but nonetheless it's very debilitating, as are most autoimmune diseases. I trained in this technique and weaned myself off the steroids, and 2 weeks later I was well again. What it works on is physiological changes. Because it reaches these control centers in your brain, it makes the changes that you need to make in your body. So sweating, blushing, rosacea. It'll work on most skin conditions, it will work on most physical conditions. Most autoimmune diseases will respond to some level with it. It's a tremendously powerful technique, and I love it. I love using it.
I met Coral about 10 years ago. I was going through a very messy divorce actually, and had lots of anger, lots of stress, that kind of thing. I went to Coral and she started me off on EFT techniques, which was the tapping. So it was getting rid of a lot of negative energy and a lot of negative emotions, really. It wasn't physical for me. It was mainly emotional problems that Coral helped me with. We went through that, and also hypnotherapy. She tried that with me as well. A few times on different kind of issues, but it worked every time. A few of my friends have gone to Coral since I've been, and they've been very, very happy with the results. Every single time it's worked, whatever she's worked on with them, maybe taken a few sessions, but it's always worked every time, and it's been really, really helpful. Some physical, but some emotional too. And some, like the sessions like smoking and habits and that kind of thing, and she's helped with lots of things for lots of my friends. It really, really helped me, changed me totally as a person. I've learned lots of the therapies that Coral taught me at the beginning that I've been able to use myself since. So this is what Coral does. She allows you to go away and help yourself on things following on. I can do it myself now, kind of self-heal, which is a big bonus rather than having to go again and getting help again. So she teaches you how to self-heal.
just seeing people walk in one state of mind and walk out in another. And I just love that. I just think it's wonderful.